it has less editing requirements. At least that's the way it has been for me. And I've come to the conclusion that I don't write with I've only written one book with a publisher's deadline. Everything else that I've written, I've had my own deadline, which makes it a little bit easier.
Yes, ma'am.
I wondered when you're doing memoir, if you...
I mean, they're born with a red pencil, and they just seem to be able to pencil things out and ask the right questions and push you to the next level. And that to me brings about a lot of what we're talking about.
I would say too, you haven't ever published before, and I'm doing the first book, so I'm the rookie up here. Everybody else has gone through the process. But having an editor is pretty crucial. I had Teresa Miller to be my first editor as I was writing the stories in her classes. And by the way, that if you have a chance to do that, it's like the writing group that Lisa mentioned. You have to read your stuff in front of everybody. That is terrifying. So, but it's good for you because then you have a deadline. You have to produce something to be read in front of the class. And you think, well, as long as you're going to have to write something, you might as well give it your best shot. And then you have an editor or the teacher that you're working with or whoever it is that works with you that says your organization is a little sloppy or this doesn't quite hang in with that. So that way you're not rambling on like we all tend to do when we just talk. So yeah, an editor is crucial.
Yes.
Carol, thank you again for being here. My question is regarding the transparency and your healing. As a writer, what pivotal point did you reach in healing, self-healing, and whether it was spiritual, personal, etc.? How did that healing inspire you to continue to write the next chapter or the next book? How did it continue to encourage you? And if you could share, if you will, that personal experience, that pivotal personal experience.
Well,
You're out, yes.
That's a great question. And that the whole writing process was extremely healing for me. And the whole experience I had with Stanford and his family was extremely healing for me on a number of levels. And then to have to commit it to paper, because actually a lot of times when you have a spiritual or a psychological healing, it's very hard to articulate it, especially if the person who's your healer doesn't tell you anything. And that was my situation. He was very taciturn. He didn't spell it out. I said, oh, you're doing good. You're doing, yeah, it's coming along. And I'm like, what's happening? And it was indeed a real healing, and it changed my life. And but then to write it down was to somehow move it into another part of my brain, probably out of my unconscious or my subconscious into my conscious mind. And it was incredible. It was like getting to do it again. And the hard parts were even the best parts, because a lot of times I think that's true in healing. You have to really feel stuff that you didn't feel when you were little or smaller or even just young.
In fact, sit on the arm right there.
Where's the boy?
There you go.
Let me have a look boy like this.
Yeah. There you go.
I call her
That's good. Okay, excellent. Here we go, guys. There. All right, look up. Now, if you're on the back, stand up and make sure we can see you. Don't get in there. Okay, guys. Look up. It's going to be a twin and smile. We'll take two. This is the first one. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
He's really good too. He's going to make you look 6 feet tall. He's 22 years old.
Okay. One, two, and 3.
Okay.
Great, guys. Thank you, Mr. Talbot. We appreciate you.
Mr. Talbot is one of my biggest mentors as far as writing, and he read this book, they even got an audio book like Last Train North. That's one of my favorites. But this might inspire you to start writing your memories down now.
Everybody has a story. Every human being on the face of this planet has a story. There are 6.4 billion stories. And there can't be 6.4 billion without